Hey, what's up? My name's Lucas. I'm a photographer and filmmaker based out of West Michigan. Welcome to my channel. Today is Negative Mondays, and in 2025, Kodak and Ilford announced price rises on their film once again. So today I'm talking step by step how I develop black and white film at home so that I can help save money. So I'll be talking through my process for home development, the equipment that I use, and some of the iPhone apps. I believe they're also available for Android. Those apps just really help with my process of developing film at home. And then at the end, I'll talk about some other ways that I plan on saving money while shooting film in 2025. So in order to develop at home, you're going to need a tank. I personally use a Patterson tank. I have a 2-reel and a 3-reel, and today I'm just developing one roll of black and white in that tank, so I am going to keep both of the reels in it so that the film doesn't slide up while I'm developing, because I'm also going to be using a limited amount of developer so that I'm not wasting. You'll need to get the film in the tank, and in order to do that, I have a changing tent. You can get a changing bag, but I've found that the tent is it's nice. You don't have to hold the bag up while you are maneuvering in there. So I use a changing tent and then some scissors, and it's essentially a bottle opener that will open up the canister for me. You just cut the film and slide it into the notches, and then it's very simple winding. I would suggest practicing with some already developed film if you have it around, and it can get kind of difficult while you are doing it in the dark of the bag. And hey, I've seen a lot of new people coming around here lately. Thank you so much for the support. If you are not subscribed, please like and subscribe down below. After that, I take it to my developing station in my basement. So I will pull out Massive Dev Chart. This app has every single developer, fixer, film stock, anything you could ever imagine, so that you can know what times and temperatures that you need to develop at. And it will also break down how much developer to water that you need. Today I am developing Kodak Tri-X, and I'm using Ilfrotec HC. So on Massive Dev Chart, I can just look at it and change the numbers to what I'm using. And so I'm making 300 milliliters of developer, so I need a ratio of 1 plus 31, and that's about 9.4 milliliters of developer to 290.6 milliliters of water. I always rinse my film before I start developing, so I'll rinse it. Kodak Tri-X I have found is specifically more finicky when it comes to temperature, so try to keep your temperatures as consistent as possible of your water through the entire process, or else you will get some pretty gnarly expansion and compression marks from the film emulation. So you will develop at 6 minutes and 30 seconds per Massive Dev Chart. Plug in your own film for this conversion. For the first minute, you invert, and then for every minute after a minute, you invert 3 to 4 times, and Massive Dev Chart will bring you through that entire process. After that, you discard the Ilfrotec HC from the canister. You can't reuse it. And then I always give it another rinse, which is the stop bath, and then you can I use Photographer's Formulary TF4 and put that in for about 5 minutes, following the same steps as before with the developer. First minute, invert, and then every following minute you invert 3 to 4 times as well. Massive Dev Chart will bring you through that all the way through. And then my final step after I have fixed the film with the TF4 is to do a final wash and then let it sit in some photo flow. This just helps it dry, not attract dust while it's drying, and not leave any watermarks. And after I've let it sit for maybe like 5 to 10 minutes, I will pull it out and use some Kimtech wipes to wipe the film down, and then I let it dry for the rest of the day. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but Negative Supply has an app, and basically you have a scanning backlight option on it, and I love this as a quick way to just check my negatives and see the density, see some of the images that I might have forgotten about. So after I've let it dry and it's ready to go, I use my Negative Supply kit to scan the film. On that, I have my Leica SL2 with my 100 millimeter lens, and you don't need to scan on anything super special, but just make sure that you have a lens that does a 1-to-1 macro ratio. Now, the scanning process is super quick, especially with Negative Supply, and actually they just sent me this new Light Source Pro. This will be my first test using it, so I've got another video coming in the future breaking down this new light source and seeing the benefits of it. One of the major benefits from it is there's no fan. So I've got it running right behind me right here, and it is completely silent, which I cannot say for these two lights, but that's fine. We'll fix that in post. And then while I'm scanning my film, I connect my Leica SL2 to the Leica Photos app, which is super helpful because then I'm not touching the camera every time I want to take a picture, and fill the frame with the film so that I'm getting as much information as possible, getting the most out of my sensor. And then I will take it into Negative Lab Pro where I convert the negatives. So normally in Negative Mondays, I like to show every single image, but this one has a lot of personal stuff with friends and friends' kids, so I want to be sensitive to that today. So here are the final images from this set. I'm super happy with this process, and honestly, the more that I shoot film, I've been shooting film for 5 years consistently at this point, and I just find that I like shooting black and white more and more. Sometimes color, the draw is too strong for me, so I root into that. But the first tip for saving money in 2025 with shooting film is to shoot black and white, and then to obviously develop and scan at home. The thing that I really want to get into in 2025 is bulk loading film. So all of those things together will bring the cost of shooting film down for you and save money in the long run. It is an upfront cost for sure, but in the long run, if you want to continue shooting film, this will be the best way to save money moving forward. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. And if you are not subscribed, it makes a huge difference. So please like and subscribe this video. And if you want to help support the channel, you can check out my website, which has my presets available there as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.